Okay, so we're just gonna get right into it today. I feel like I look a little funny. Maybe it's the lighting. Haha. Or the shirt. I don't know. Anyway, so um this first video is about a group of friends. I don't know if I would call them friends. I don't know if we want to call them friends. Anyway, the first video that we're going to be talking about today um, is about counterfeiting money and how it's a federal crime. And I guess, criminals are never brilliant. They're not smart. That's why they're criminals. But nothing can be said about this particular group of people um, that makes them seem very brilliant. Now, uh, what I find absolutely insane about this is how they seemingly were tricked by the cop. I guess it's not that crazy, but it's just how he went about it. And um, him acting out like he knows nothing is just, it's just precious. Anyway, let's just get into the video. So, this one's dropped by Midwest Safety. Um, and it's called When You Realize Counterfeiting Money is a Federal Crime. Oh man, this is so funny.
It was a joke. Some dude gave her a $100 bill. It's like one of those Chinese ones. She's sick. She probably took it out wrong, but she's not trying to pass counterfeit. It was
Okay, so right off the bat, she says, like right off the bat, she says, it's one of those Chinese ones. It's one of the Chinese ones. Absolutely nuts. It's really funny. Oh my God.
it's just a joke.
Can I get a couple IDs? I just need them for my report. So. Thank
I don't
you.
have COVID.
It's just a
Okay,
joke.
good. Hey, good to know. Good to know.
I'm looking for it.
727.
You're with these people? You're with
Yeah.
these guys?
Yeah.
Okay. So come here.
Go to the family.
What's
So
going on?
a joke's being played. I mean, it's not really funny.
What's the
I'm
joke?
ill. I went in to go put money on my chime card. It was given a fake $100 bill, and they gave it
Who
to
gave you a fake $100 bill?
my friends.
You have the 20 yet?
I have a
Okay, so off the bat, she's saying her friends gave her this fake $100 bill, which we find out later in the video that yes, her friends did in fact give her this fake $100 bill. Um, and they all start freaking out about this. It's pretty funny. Um,
Which one?
8 William Charles Mary 129.
I don't want. It's
No, I'm just trying to find the story here. When things are being held back or let's say deceit and stuff like that, it makes things much more than
it's
what they
not
are.
deceit.
Okay.
It's a,
No,
that
no.
I'm sick.
But I'm trying to get the whole story. So which one gave it to you? The driver or the
The
passenger?
manager states that they've had to deal with this gentleman before. His
You guys still have the bill, or does the store have
I
it?
don't know. It's just a big mistake.
Oh, yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It happens.
Whether it's a prank or not, they shouldn't have done it. Look how deep of shit they are in now.
I didn't do it though.
Oh, I was just wondering.
I mean, I don't want her to get in trouble.
Okay.
I just
If you aren't telling me the whole thing, it appears to be something more than it's not. Yeah, I just don't want
I
you to
don't
go
want
down that
anybody to
road.
get in trouble.
Okay, I'm not saying anybody is.
Well, then why are the police here? All right, I know.
Because
right,
you gave
right,
somebody a...
I know,
Okay,
right?
that's why.
And
So
I didn't have a goddamn clue.
now we gotta find out. Okay, was this a stupid joke, or my
Well,
God,
it's not
they got
really
a
a-
printing machine in the back of the car. So
Oh,
let's
right,
okay.
okay.
So where are we going with
for
this?
the love
Okay,
of
so
Jesus,
so
right.
who gave it to you?
So no, there's not a printing
Okay,
machine.
so which one gave it to you?
I have a like.
No, that's not fair. Which one gave you the money?
It was just handed to me from the front seat. No, for God's
Okay,
sake, like
okay.
I'm ill.
Who are
I
these
didn't
two?
even want-
And where were you sitting?
In the back seat.
I don't know, like this part it gets me because it's just like why lie about that? I don't think she's lying about that. Um like she's just saying like one of the people in the front seat, but she's not saying who, and that's the one part. It's like why hide that? Who gives it there the police are involved now. Like you're fucked. Whether it was a prank or not, you're fucked. The police are involved.
Okay. So do you have
like
any
slumped
money on
over
you?
sick. Yes.
Okay. How much money do you have on you?
First name,
I don't know how much exactly I have money.
Is it in your purse? Or where you got your money? Okay. How much money have you got in your wallet?
I didn't count it. I can count it.
Okay. Why don't you? Why don't you grab it for a second?
What happened? I have to count my money.
Yo, the cops are being so chill here, bro. Like she's getting in the car, tinted dark ass windows. It's like if this was Florida, they would all be sitting on the curb right now. Everyone's outside the car. They're searching through the car already.
Why don't you come over here?
Right.
So how much
many
money
is-
did you have there?
Yeah.
How much did you have there?
56.
Okay, 56. Okay, and that's all the money you had.
2517,
Yes.
Okay, and you had a chime card or something?
2517.
Okay. What,
And I think, yeah.
what do you got in there? They're all yours?
Yeah.
Okay. You sure?
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
All right,
just-
let's actually.
I just-
I'm sick.
Okay.
And
sick
I've
of
been
what?
sick, and I'm not trying to tell you a story or nothing.
No,
So I'm going to show you every thing
No.
that's in here.
No, I don't
And
wanna
that they're
upset you.
mine. Motherfucker, goddamn.
no, just wait. Just
Melissa.
okay.
Hey, are you the cashier?
Morgan is.
Hey, how's it going? So she just kind of came in and tried to pay with a fake bill. That's just kind of what I'm getting.
They were like all looking in the window, and she handed Morgan the 100, and Morgan like gave it to me, and I was like, "That's not real." So then I called you guys. I don't think it was a joke.
Okay. So what do you guys want to see done with this? All three of them trespassed?
Yeah, they've
Okay.
been in here before.
Yeah, we'll get them trespassed, and then I think we have an ordinance for trying to pass a counterfeit bill.
I want to
So,
explain.
anyway.
I want to explain my actions. Okay. I wanna
Because
explain
you
my
think I'm trying to
No, okay. Do I?
do some goddamn
No, Melissa.
want to go back home
Do,
and go
do,
to
do,
because
do
I'm
I?
sick.
Do I know you? No, I don't.
No, you don't.
Okay, so what I'm trying to do is validate your story here, okay? Because believe it or not, some people do lie to me.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah, and so what I'm trying to do, you told me a story here, and so now I'm trying to validate your story. I'm trying, to be honest with you, I'm trying to help out the situation here, okay?
Okay, well, those were all mine.
Okay, and fair
Except
enough.
for
So
gift
that's
cards.
giving you validation, correct?
Yeah.
That's giving you validation. Okay, so you guys are in Ellsworth why?
My friend rented this car, so they just wanted me to go along with or whatever. I used to live here down the street.
Okay,
I know.
do they live with you?
No.
Okay, where?
No, I've been friends with them for years. I've
Okay.
known them for years.
Okay,
And they know I'm gullible, and it's not
okay, that's fine. So, what time did they pick you up?
like within the last hour or something like that.
Okay,
probably.
and then where did you guys go?
Here, Ellsworth, from River Falls.
Is this the only place you stopped at?
No, we stopped somewhere. The gas station, Holiday.
So you guys went to Holiday?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys stopped at Holiday.
Yeah.
What, you still stay in the car? Did you guys get gas? I
There
mean,
was some guy. I don't know his name. Joe or something like that.
what about Joe?
Was at the gas station.
Oh, you guys know him?
I don't.
Oh, did you guys meet him there or something?
He was there already.
So they were supposed to meet him or something?
I don't know.
Okay. How long you guys were there?
10 minutes or something like that.
Okay, so then you guys came
And I'm
straight
like,
down here
I have
afterwards?
to. Yes, the beginning.
So you guys didn't do no business at Holiday? You just met with Joe?
I don't know. Probably one of them went inside. I think.
Okay, but you didn't? You just stayed in the car?
No, I stayed in the car.
All right, so then you guys came down here. Why'd you guys come down here?
I had to put money on so we could do the car rental again, and then get a brush.
And then where were you guys gonna go?
I was gonna go back home.
And they're using your card to put for the rental car?
Yeah.
Is the car in your name or theirs?
Yeah.
It's in your name?
Yeah.
Okay, when did you get the car?
2 days ago.
And then they're supposed to be drivers? Did you set that up with, because who'd you rent it through? Enterprise? And they're listed as drivers?
I don't even know.
Or are you
I don't know,
registered as
like, if I can upset. I've been sick for, like, I shouldn't
In case you missed it, Melissa is sick.
went to the doctor by
Okay.
today. Because I'm not
Well,
feeling,
do you got the paperwork for it?
it should be in the car probably.
Okay. Otherwise,
Otherwise, I have it on an email and.
Oh yeah, just pop that up. That'd be
Okay.
great.
Oh,
So they're not even valid to be driving. Then,
okay,
right?
then I'll.
2708.
Okay, and you're valid?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I just haven't. I
wise.
don't feel good, so I'd rather be sleeping in the back seat.
All right, your story makes sense to me. Okay, and so now I just want to make
I'm
sure.
glad it is because I'm
Okay,
not feeling.
and now I just want to make sure we're all on the same page with them. When you're in the back seat, which one handed it to you? I'm not saying that's illegal. They could have handed you a Monopoly bill.
That'd be.
You know what I
The
mean?
And I
Monopoly
probably
bill.
wouldn't even known that.
Okay, all right. So which
It's
one?
not funny,
Which
but-
one handed it to you?
I don't.
Because I just want to.
I'm laying down in the freaking back, so
Okay, why do they want to give you money, I guess?
Because we're all renting the car together. Like, we're just having a girls' weekend.
All right, when did you find out that it's not real?
When the freaking lady said it's not real and they went on the phone.
Okay. All right.
We tried to call her.
Who was that?
We tried to call her.
Who's her?
Melissa.
Okay. Well, who gave her the money?
Some dude, I don't know what his name was.
No, one of you guys gave it to her.
No, we didn't.
Come here, Melissa. She was sitting in the back seat. One of you guys handed her the $100 bill. Is that
No
right?
one handed her the $100 bill.
She just told me.
Why are you?
So I didn't say anybody fucking did. I said I was laying down in the back seat in the fucking whatever. Yeah, because I don't fucking know. I'm
Yo. This cop is stirring up their shit so hard right now, it's fucking great.
sick, and
Nobody
I said
handed her
everybody
that.
Oh, she said she's sick again. I wish I had a counter for every time she's told us that she's fucking sick.
leave me the phone.
No, she said she was in the back seat here, and you
Honey,
guys just handed her the money.
At the holiday.
It's the fucking vape. I'm sick, I don't feel good. Oh, yeah. Jesus.
I don't know, whatever.
She was sitting in the back seat of the car, correct, Melissa? Were you sitting in the back seat of the
Yes,
car?
I was sitting in the
All right.
back seat, and that's about.
Did she just wait? Did she go into Holiday?
No.
Okay, so she stayed sitting in the back seat of this car.
Yeah.
Okay, she was handed. Correct me wrong. You
And
were
I don't
handed.
know
You were handed a $100 bill. When
Why don't you just tell me
wait, though.
Shane gave you that $100 bill?
Just wait though.
Quit
You were
protecting
sitting in the
Who the fuck is Shane?
back seat of this car, and someone
We're
handed
not
you a
gonna do
$100
this.
bill.
Right, and
correct?
I don't. Right,
Okay,
and I don't know.
So who's been in the front seat of this car?
I've been right here. She went in to get cigarettes. That's all we got at Holiday. And she's trying to protect the dude that gave her the money.
No, she said that she's in this car, and you guys handed her the $100 bill.
anyone anything.
So what happened,
I went
Melissa?
in the store.
Like I said,
You didn't hand anybody anything.
I've been sick for several days.
She said it again. I've
I
been
understand
sick.
that. Okay, neither
for
one of you guys
several
have to-
days.
you know,
Fucking does understand
It's a
that.
violation. It's a violation of her
I
rental
need to be the
agreement.
driver.
Yeah, you guys cannot operate this
that's
vehicle.
fine.
But anyways, what store were we at? Because I just want to make sure we're on the same story here. So
I don't know where Pierce County is, but this guy just sounds like he's from Minnesota. From Minnesota.
let's just be straight up with me here now. Did you lie to me?
I didn't lie to you. I don't know who the gave me the money.
Why are you gonna blame it on
Because
us when?
No, I didn't blame it. I didn't fucking say. I
Well,
don't,
he's
I don't
saying
know
that
who
you
the
said
fuck
that.
did. I'm half asleep.
You
This girl's been holding that cigarette for like this entire time. This whole video. She didn't smoke at all. She's just fucking holding a cigarette.
didn't tell me that
I'm
someone
half.
handed it to
I
you,
said I was half asleep in the back seat.
and you were handed it to you.
Look at this dude in the background just having to be a witness just for the paperwork.
That's about it. I didn't know who fucking handed it to me.
Well, there's only 2 people in this car. Who else has been in this car, Melissa?
Shane
Shane's been in the car.
When was Shane into this car?
earlier.
When was earlier? You told me that
When was earlier?
when they came down here, they handed you the $100 bill to go in there to run into Chime.
Alright.
Why
No,
don't you just say
you
it
said-
Holiday?
She said you guys came from Holiday. You guys came from the gas station up there, correct? Did you guys go up to that gas
Yes,
station?
I bought cigarettes up.
Yep. And then you guys came down here to put money on her card for the rental car. Is that correct?
I went in and used the bathroom down there.
Okay.
She had money.
Where did she get the money from?
I don't know.
Okay. So she's saying that you came down here and someone from the front seat handed her a $100 bill and she went in there to go put it on her
And
time
again,
card.
I went in the store twice. I was out of the car. None
No.
of that even makes sense because you said how. First you said down here,
And
you
then
said
said
Holiday. I got out of the car both times.
But no one else got in.
Shane was in the car earlier.
Shane was in the car
But
earlier.
not-
That's
not
where
in
she got the
Ellsworth,
$100. Everybody knows that Shane had these fake $100 bills.
Did you guys meet somebody up at the gas station?
No. Okay.
I thought
so
you said you met somebody up at the gas station.
It was a joke.
Now you, what?
Oh my god.
And it hits the vape hard as fuck. I forgot.
And I also said,
Was it a
let
Joel?
me write it down, sign it, and everything. I don't feel good.
Yep.
I don't feel good. Fuck. Yo, in case you missed it, y'all, Melissa's sick. She says she doesn't have COVID. I think she's fucking lying.
At all. Like I've been saying that for the last couple of days. I didn't even want to leave Turning Points because I'm sick. I
Did you
don't
say-
feel good.
did
I'm
you say
not
a
of
Joel?
sound mind.
Did you say a Joe?
Yup.
Okay, so
who?
Joe? Did you guys meet Joe up at the gas station?
Do you guys remember when I had to go to the emergency room and fell the out. That's like how
I know.
I'm feeling right now.
You know what? The best thing you can do is tell them about Shane, okay? About $100 bills, and then I don't know what else. Just be quiet.
Are these bills that Joe or Shane has? Are they counterfeit or what?
No, they're Chinese bills that were made. They don't even look. They're not even counterfeit. Absolutely.
They got fucking monopoly money from China, and they're trying to use it at a gas station.
Absolutely not. They're Chinese bills that you get them.
All right, and Shane gave her one of these bills?
He gave everybody, tons of people, those bills.
Why? Are they just play? Or,
yes.
Okay. You got that bill?
Then come look at it.
What a fucking fat ass lie. She's sick, but they're renting a car for a girls' weekend. And Joe, Shane, I don't know who the fuck, some guy got Chinese bills that look like real money.
Look at the color of it.
Like this?
Yes.
Okay. So Shane gave this to everybody.
I mean, however many he had, he was giving them in town.
When was this?
Earlier, dude, but listen.
Like earlier today?
I don't know how many he gave yesterday or the day before or the day before that. Okay, but everybody knows Shane got them. He gave them to a couple people. But look at it.
Okay, was Shane around us today?
What is looking at it going
when
to
was
do
Shane
for
around
her?
us?
Earlier.
Like, what's earlier? And where was this? Where was this at?
I'm not. Look, I didn't go in there and pass any $100 bill. I didn't give her any $100 bill. I don't know. All I know is that she should have never went in there and.
So
nobody should have ever.
Okay, Melissa says that you guys can't.
I don't care what Melissa
just
says.
wait, well, this is Melissa, right?
Yes, I
Okay.
don't.
So Melissa says that she was at Turning Point. You guys picked her up. You guys came straight to Ellsworth. You saying that's not true?
I'm saying I didn't do anything.
Okay, no, but
You're trying to put words in my mouth.
no, I'm saying Melissa's words. So she's saying that.
I've been telling you from square one. I don't feel good. Like I didn't want to leave my house. I don't feel good. I need to rest.
How's that?
Why isn't it play money?
What?
Why isn't it play?
Listen, I don't know about you guys, but if somebody hands me a $100 bill, I know who gave me that $100 bill. There's zero chance I don't know who gave me that $100 bill.
Money.
Why isn't this play money?
Yes.
It is play money.
Okay, so I don't know what the problem is. She didn't.
Well, she's trying to pass this as real money.
No, she
was not trying to.
So who'd you give this to?
To the cash register because I had no fucking clue.
And what'd you say when you gave this to her? What'd you say?
No, I didn't take it.
Nothing.
So you knew this was play money.
Had no fucking clue is what I'm telling you.
Okay, you didn't have no clue if this was
Had
real?
no fucking clue.
And you handed
I'm
this to
not feeling well.
Okay,
I'm not feeling well. Oh my god, dude, she says it again, bro.
handed this to the teller and you said
But
what?
look at it.
Not a goddamn fucking word.
Why'd you hand this to the teller?
Because I had no clue what the I was handing them.
Did you want something for it?
This is like an angry child who's been caught up and doing something wrong, and they're angry that they got caught.
Sure.
What'd you want?
Somebody to say, oh, it's fake. Sorry.
Okay.
I mean, instead of, you know what I mean?
I thought you wanted this put on your chime card.
I wanted money put on my chime
How
card.
How much?
$72.
Okay.
Were you aware that
I had no clue
when Shane gave it to you that it was counterfeit?
I had no clue.
What do you want? You want arrested?
If you're gonna do that, I swear to God, take me to the hospital first and everybody for taking me out the mother house when I said I'm
I'm fucking sick. Oh my god, dude. So you're charged with passing a bogus bill. I was sick. Oh my bad. Yeah, my bad. You're free to go. What up, Unsnacking? Yo, what up?
So the white gal came in.
Yeah.
And said what?
She didn't really say anything. She just asked to put $72 on your chime card, and then went to pay with the fake. I looked at it, and it felt weird.
Give the 100.
That, like up for the watermark, and it wasn't there. She was kind of freaking out a little bit. She didn't realize it was fake.
Right now, you guys are out. How much? 8207.
Yeah.
Okay.
Her whole defense is that she's ill.
I don't think that she didn't realize it was fake. I think she was freaking out because, oh shit, they just realized that this is a fake $100 bill.
And she didn't know. Both of them, other girls in there, said they knew prior to coming here that those were fake bills.
Yeah, they're all in on it.
So right now the Family Dollar's out the $82.
It's not on my card.
Huh?
It's not put on my card.
Yep, they're out the money.
Well, let me see. The
So
cash
can you
register.
pull your card up and show how much money is on
Yeah,
there?
let's do that. It's on there. Oh,
Yep, $72. So it's already put on there. So we don't have. Yeah, we don't have
well,
money to put on
I
there.
can call and I can cancel and do all kinds of shit.
So you got the keys for the car?
fuck it.
All right. So why don't you step out here for a second?
No, my
So
fucking
at this
car.
point, I'm waiting on your
Are you
under.
f***ing for
Yep.
real? God?
Yep.
No.
Let's-
No.
Let's lock up your car.
No.
Let's lock
no.
up your car and I'll give you
What?
the
I
keys.
didn't
Stop.
take my phone, please. God damn
And
it.
I'll roll your window.
How the f would I fucking know, you guys? Hey, dude, are you serious?
Both your
No fucking way.
both your friends admitted that they knew it was fake.
I didn't show them different pictures for fucking doing that to me.
Yeah, they knew it was fake. They didn't hand it to you. I think all y'all knew it was fake. What the fuck, bro?
Yep.
right.
Over this way, Melissa.
I'm fucking sick, dude. Oh my god, this has got to be at least a 20th time she said that she's sick.
That window needs to be rolled up and this car needs to be locked.
Yep, there it is. Car's locked.
That window's all the way down.
This one?
The other one. The
The other
one.
side?
Yeah.
Nope. We'll take a look.
Let's go.
Let's walk over there and we'll take a look. This is shut. This is locked. This is locked. Oh, all the windows are locked. Okay?
It's a rental, guys. It's not even her
Come
car.
It's
In the car.
I didn't have a clue. I'm sick, you motherfuckers.
All right, have a seat. Do you want her to have a seat or what?
No, I'm
Okay,
on my
yeah.
period and I'm leaking blood. No, I don't want to sit down. I can feel my.
You're
Well, there's
leaking
nothing
blood?
else we can do.
What do you mean there's nothing else?
Well,
do I need to go to the
we can't walk up to the. They'll be able to help you when you get up there. Just have a seat, okay? Just have a seat in the car. Melissa, have a seat. Okay, have a seat.
What?
Just have a seat.
I'll get Shane to bail you out. How?
I'll get Shane to bail you out, girl. He's got $100,000 bills. They're all fucking from China.
Have a seat.
Huh?
Just
Come on,
Melissa,
in the car.
have a seat. Melissa, have a seat. Have a seat. Just sit sideways if you need to.
Look, we've all been there.
Absolutely fucking nuts. Oh my god. All right. Next video. And it has to do with something that happened in New York. So I guess this guy, you know, he's a Trump supporter, and like he's in the subway or on the train or something, and he has a MAGA hat, you know, big fucking whoop. And let me tell you, dude, this kid is like fucking A1.
How can I be racist?
A1 for just like the way that he takes off and dukes this bitch. Okay? All right. So let's get right into it. It's 3 minutes long. It's by Decoy Voice. Thanks Decoy for uploading the video. Angry liberals get rippled by gravity. I really wish I could find the short. I don't think he tags that inside of his description, but damn, this shit is.
How can I be racist, bro?
He's a racist.
How can I be racist? No, he's not racist.
This is like some weird, like delusional behavior. Like, you see someone wearing a fucking hat and you automatically assume that they're racist. Am I fucking racist for wearing this shirt? It's a Hodge Twins shirt, by the way. Anyway, I don't think I am. I just think this is kind of silly ass behavior here, you know? Like these people are the racist and they need to project their feelings on others who they see as the enemy. Like oh. Ooh, look at her. Oh! Damn. Yo, she really tries to grab his fucking head. I honestly... yo, these people, bro. Oh my god, you catching hands on the fucking train. If you put your fucking hands on my head, oh my god. Oh, man, she just diving in the fucking concrete like Shamu. She fell harder than Disney's stock price, bro.
So shout out to Knock3P on IG for originally posting this, as the replies are hilarious about so much for freedom of speech, how it's just another example of how tolerant the left has become, or how this is another case of a peaceful leftist attacking a rageful Republican. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that's exactly how they tried to portray it, but it wasn't the Trump
It hurt itself in the confusion.
Supporter that put her face first into the floor. It was Gravity, ironically giving her a well-deserved dose of reality, as right from the start of the video, the guy in the background was telling her this is the exact reason Trump won in the first place.
That's true, because it's true.
So, Newsom, at least in this context, obviously is right. But I'm just looking at this and I'm just like, what on earth? You know, back in like when I was like 16, this is like about 15, you know, maybe 17 years ago or something like that. And I think back to those days, and I used to think this was the Democrats are the party of tolerance. America is about tolerance. Being able to tolerate other people's nonsense because it allows for freedom to reign.
Then she went into how only uneducated people wear that hat, and she might be onto something, as college-educated liberal women are really the only reason Democrats win elections anymore. But it's not quite the own she thinks it is, as I know more, quote, uneducated people that far out earn their college-educated counterparts, as they may have their bachelor's degree, but they didn't get a career from their major, just a large amount of debt. But in the end, her biggest lesson was probably having her close encounter with the concrete.
I gotta say, that, I don't know about you guys, but when I see that happen...
But in the end, her biggest lesson was probably having her close encounter with...
The fucking frame of the camera shakes when she falls.
Large amount of debt. But in the end, her biggest lesson was probably having her close encounter...
You see that?
With the concrete, as these are the people that claim they won a civil war, where
fell
I'm
hard,
certain
guys.
Conservatives in middle America are terrified of your average leftists.
I think some of us scare them. I think I scare them a little bit why they spend so much time on it. No, I'm serious.
And I'll never understand why they feel they can just go on air and lie like this, but it's just who they are at this point. I thought after the election things would cool off a bit, but after all these Tesla attacks and that MAGA hat incident, it's probably only gonna get worse from here, as obviously I voted for Trump last election, but I never saw someone wearing apparel from the other side and wanted to attack them. I actually saw a woman wearing one of those Harris Walls camo caps this month, and first I thought it was stupid, but then I realized that's probably one of the most loyal ladies alive, where you could be a loser, millions of dollars in debt, and tell her nothing but lies, and she's still willing to ride to the end. But all jokes aside, I genuinely hope that girl that face planted in the subway is okay, so she can take this embarrassing viral video as a life lesson in, is attacking strangers for having different beliefs going to accomplish anything?
And, you know, Decoy's putting a fucking good point here. Like, this doesn't make anyone look good, okay? It just makes you look crazy, and it looks like the side that you're sided with, quote unquote, is fucking crazy. And then we as millennials come on here and make content about you and make fun of you. Because that's what we do. Because we make money off of that shit. And now this lady, this Shamu hitting the concrete over here, dude, she will have to live forever being known as that. Fucking dumb. And speaking of dumb, we're gonna talk about somebody else that's a complete fucking idiot. Jack Doherty. Yeah, Jack Doherty. So if you don't know who this guy is, I envy you. Essentially, this is some dude
that he
that
destroyed.
I guess kind of made himself famous on YouTube and then also made money by getting simps to fall for girls that were around him. Anyway, Atozi's going to probably go into that in this video. But he destroys his career because he's an idiot, right? I think he just is an attention whore. Like, he just really needs it, and he's trying too hard to get it, or he tries everything he absolutely can to get it. And I honestly don't understand that. Like, once you have a certain amount of following, I feel like you kind of establish yourself. So going crazy and doing crazy shit or trying to be known for that is like so unnecessary. You don't even have to do that. Like, I I can get someone like Whistling Diesel or something, like where you're doing shenanigans and nobody gets hurt, and that's like, that's pretty good. Like, that's Danny Duncan kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? And getting famous for that is, I think, I think that's totally fine. But like the the extreme of it is like people like this and like Johnny Somali going to Japan, Johnny Salami. I don't know if I even said his name correctly, but you guys know who I'm talking about. I mean, if you're watching this show, you guys know who I'm talking about.
Destroyed his own career. Once he acted like he was on the top of the world, harassing people in public for his stream content, then hiding behind his bodyguard when anyone confronted him about his behavior.
What? Well, probably got do. What you gotta do?
And now his luck is seemingly running out, as he just had a complete meltdown after being banned again and having his appeal for his ban being denied. So it truly seems like the career he once had has now been taken away from him yet again. So today we're talking about Jack Doherty, likely the second most disliked streamer in the world. After getting back from covering the most...
Something about Tozy is that he covers people like this, and I'm pretty sure he did one on Johnny Salami, and maybe we'll talk about that one next stream. But Johnny, by the way, guys, we're not really talking about him, but he got arrested, and he's doing jail time now. He got found guilty for being an idiot.
Disliked one in Korea, I realized Jack has been imploding on social media over the last couple of weeks. So remember when Jack said this in his comeback stream about 2 months ago?
But I'm gonna be good. I'm not gonna be too cocky just for the first week, just because everyone that didn't believe in me, man. But listen, I'm gonna be way more humble moving forward, and I'm never gonna up again. I know I've said it a million times, but
that's a load of shit. This dude is off the rails, fucking nuts.
Trust me, bro. It was an accident. What happened? What got me banned was an accident. Accidents happen, bro.
He was staring at his phone, driving in the rain, and speeds up and deliberately crashes a Lamborghini, putting himself and his cameraman in danger on live stream. And he did that for views.
That's why it's called an accident.
Nuts.
Okay, have fun. I don't buy it. I guess we'll see how that ages. Yeah. That aged like milk left out in a hot car because he's banned again. And you can't even claim that what happened was an accident this time. If you've been following my series of videos covering Jack Doherty's situation, you probably remember the incident that forever changed his life as he knew it, the McLaren car crash, which resulted him in getting a permanent ban from Kick for reckless driving. And the quotation marks were there because he was unbanned. But not before the desperate attempts.
This is from Twitch? I'm sorry. This is what I'm talking about. Fucking asshole.
Which resulted him in getting a permanent ban from Kick for reckless driving. And the quotation marks were there because he was unbanned. But not before the desperate attempts to get money from his fans through launching meme coin pump and dumps. Obviously, Kick somehow decided to unban him after 3 months of his supposed permanent ban. And obviously, you just saw the clip of Jack saying from now on, he was going to be a humble, down-to-earth person.
I swear to God, I don't know if that's his house, but it looks like something my kid made in Minecraft.
that was going to behave on the platform. Well, his career is basically a streaming equivalent of a zombie, as it just keeps on dying and coming back to life, but each time he returns, it's more decayed and brain dead than ever, because the new ban comes in just 9 days after Kick reversed the previous permaban on January 9th of this year. And I say permaban because you never know with Kick, clearly, because the last one was supposed to be permanent, but who knows. But either way, bro's like, yeah, I learned my lesson, I'm going to behave. And then he didn't even last like 2 weeks. Dude is a Hall of Fame moron, because Kick is clearly one of those platforms where you really have to try to get banned. It takes a special kind of moron to get banned on Kick. As the only other streamer I know that's banned from Kick is Johnny Smalley, and he might be the dumbest human being on the planet. But you may be asking,
Johnny
what
Salami
happened this time that forced Kick to ban Jack one more time permanently? Well, during a stream on January 18th, in which he was collaborating with World of T-Shirts, or Joshua Block, who we've also covered here on this channel, Jack, while walking around, got slapped in the face by a stream sniper. And in case you guys don't know what stream sniping is, it's essentially using someone's stream to find out where they are. Originally, this was in-game, but in the IRL streaming context, the stream sniper's purpose is to track down the streamer's location and then insert themselves into the stream somehow. Like, this guy just showed up and slapped Jack. Now, getting slapped it sucks, but it's not really a bannable offense because it's not your fault. There's nothing you can really do there. But it's safe to say what happens next in this clip definitely is, because instead of just handling the situation reasonably to avoid even more conflict, Jack goes and beats up this guy with the security guards. He chases the guy down and then hits him back, and of course, his bodyguard has to jump in and help.
What the fuck?
While the cameraman is recording everything. Because you know, Jack has to live stream every terrible decision in his life, including assaulting someone for content. So obviously, Kick decided they'd had enough and banned him again. He only found out later when he was already in the car checking his phone and someone sent him a screenshot of his Kick page that read, "Oops, something went wrong. We can't find the page you're looking for."
See, I just got banned on Kick.
I wasn't.
This dude is such a fucking loser. Like, I can't believe this guy got this famous. Like, he's made so much money on, like, the way that it shows how fair on life is that he's still alive.
Oh my god, dog. I guess you got banned on Kick because
you're a fucking jackass, dude.
Not.
Yo, he looks like he's coked the fuck out.
God damn it, I think I did, bro. I think I did get banned, bro. Last month. Going.
Look how dilated his fucking eyeball is.
Did, bro. I think I did get banned, bro. Last month.
Look at that, dude. Look at that. Look at that shit, bro. Tell me that ain't fucking crack.
Going. Yeah, I'm cooked, bro. Oh my god, bro. How is that fair, guys? This is why I don't like Kick, bro. It's like...
You're gonna fucking cry about it? You're such a bitch.
Defended yourself.
You're not banned with self-defense. Yeah, exactly. I'm defending myself and I can get banned on... Like, that's why I don't do anything back to anyone ever in the past, because it's just like...
Yeah, you chase somebody down. It's not defending yourself.
Like, I don't want to get banned. It's like, I do something back to him and I'm banned. Like...
So, Jack was hit first, but what happened was not self-defense. It was a retaliation attack that he live streamed himself doing. I'm kind of baffled at how careless he is with his platform. Okay, you got smacked. That sucks. Let your security handle it, and you go on and continue streaming. You don't live stream yourself beating up the guy to protect your ego. The only way that's self-defense is if he was continuously a threat to you, but he bitch slapped you and ran. Retaliating would not be self-defense, because all he did was he stooped to the instigator's level. Any creator would know you can't broadcast yourself fighting someone. And the instigator here got exactly what he wanted, as Jack is now permanently banned from streaming on Kick and has essentially lost his streaming career, all because this instigator decided to smack him. That is like the ultimate W for this instigator. So, how long is this permanent ban going to last this time? Who knows, but it's already been over a month, and it doesn't seem like he's getting unbanned anytime soon. at least for now, because Kick was a major revenue source for Jack, as I covered in the interview with Pat God in my last video. So getting banned for a second time in less than a year, that definitely hits where it hurts, his wallet. So recently he's moved to Party.com again, a much smaller platform with far fewer streamers and viewers than Kick, which is definitely not ideal for someone who honestly is just used to throwing money at all of his problems. But usually after some time after the punishment, streamers can appeal their ban, explain that they've learned their lesson, and try to get back, to good graces on the platform. But Jack, he tried that approach in the dumbest way possible, and it really did not go well for him. So in one of his recent streams on Twitch and Party, Jack revealed that he sent Kick's staff an email that he wrote using ChatGPT.
Guys, I try to get unbanned from Kick, right? You guys want to hear what my message was to Kick? Let me know. I wrote a message.
Party.com. I'm so glad I haven't even heard of this.
Can you remember the message I wrote this morning and I put it in ChatGPT and they gave me the college essay?
They're on a fucking party bus?
But then they denied it. So yeah, I'm in the ass. Kick suck my and lick my.
Dude, what did you think was going to happen here? Did you really think they weren't going to realize it was written in ChatGPT? Obviously, his appeal didn't work as he expected, so he absolutely lost it on stream.
Send our apology for any disruption this may have caused. Yo, if you don't disruption, the all 200,000 followers are bill on your.
Look how, fucking crazy this dude looks right now, yo. He's going nuts.
Platform. You and lick my.
Yeah, of course you're not gonna get fucking unbanned with this fucking shit, bro. This is the second time they banned you. After the first time they banned you, they shouldn't have unbanned you.
Eddie, you and all your Australian friends, they all suck. I'm sorry, you guys are a bunch of pussies. You're turning into Twitch, and you know what? Twitch is better, because I'm actually live on Twitch right now, because it's not a
fucking crikey, man. You're talking shit about Australia. Fucking ought to strangle this fuck.
Liberal ass platform like you guys. I hope Trump keeps you off the border as well. You liberal little in Australia. Go
you fucking liberal. I'm not fucking liberal.
Oh, am I on Twitch like fan? In GTA 5.
Yeah, man. You got banned and you fucking crashed out over it.
I mean, at this point, it's just pathetic. It also just says so much about his content when you're getting banned on Kick of all places. I also love how he's streaming on Twitch while actively dissing Twitch at the same time, saying that Kick is becoming like them. Yet, all he wants to be on is Kick, because his big problem is he's built this audience of kids that orbit on Kick and not Twitch, which is also problematic because, after his meltdown, he decides to challenge Eddie, one of the CEOs of Kick, to a boxing match. And 2 seconds later, he then steps back and says, no, wait, the CEO of Party, he should be the one fighting Eddie, while he's supposed to fight Neon. Dude, you're
a fucking loser, bro. Stand your fucking ground. You're gonna challenge somebody for a fucking fight, you fucking fight him. You sound like a pussy now.
Adding random people to his beef out of nowhere.
Eddie, if you want to ban me, do it, but I'll box you, Eddie. Let's box, Eddie. I'll box you.
This is the coke talking. Whenever he's touching the fucking hair like this, he's just coked the fuck out, and he can't help it. It just makes him, it soothes him. How like my cat licks his fucking paws and shit. It just like this. This is,
Honestly, the Party Creator should box you. Party Creator, you box Eddie. I box Neon. Let's go. Biggest match of all time. Winner. The losing team has to delete their platform and their platform. So say Eddie loses and Neon loses.
This guy's so cracked out.
Eddie has to just delete Kick. Get wrecked.
But I guess Jack's career isn't the only thing he's been crashing lately. Obviously, he's had the McLaren incident, but now an electric bike incident as well, because apparently he bought one of those and that sent him to the hospital a couple times.
Alright guys, I crashed my dirt bike another time, and this time I broke my collarbone and hit my head. No more.
And as I hinted to earlier, this isn't the first time something like this has happened to him.
All right, That's enough of Jack Doherty. Jesus Christ. Fucking dumbass, bro. Like, okay, I want to talk about something from my childhood. All right, so if you're anything like me, you grew up in the early 2000s watching a show, okay, called Pimp My Ride, okay? So I watched the show, I think, from like, I don't know, 2007 with fish tanks in where you could imagine. And on run into one. Sick, bro. Like on the here we go.
It's not my house.
The reactions were staged and retaken multiple times. Certain upgrades were taken multiple times. Certain upgrades were taken off as soon as the cameras cut.
It's for a boat. He goes,
taken off as soon as the cameras cut.
It's for a boat. He goes, it's a GPS.
Just in cars.
Soccer moms. It's a GPS.
Just in cars.
Soccer moms coming up to me, telling me about their husband and their crumbs. Coming up to me, telling me about their husband and their car that he had since the 60s and I was like, stop talking to me about this. I know as much as you do.
Contestants were. For example, in season 2, episode 10, Brooke was introduced as a 22-year-old episode 10. Brooke was introduced as a 22-year-old film lover working hard to go to grad school. Which had been fabricated by the producers as she was actually a
figuring out that something you watched when you were a kid was entirely fake does hurt just a little bit. Just a little. Hurt just a little bit. Just a little.
The reason for this, as explained by Jake from season 3, was because lying about contestants' details before filming had even started. In the first 30 seconds of each episode, Exhibit emphasizes that each contestant doesn't know they're about to get picked.
He has no idea. I'm about to pimp his ride.
Yet this was
pimp his ride.
Yet this was
That was like my favorite thing in the show was Exhibit levels up on some doves with spinners on them, bro. Fucking crazy. Bumping some shit with hydraulics, yo. Easy. Bumping some shit with hydraulics, yo. It's fucking amazing.
Strange as the contestant always answered the door, always had a microphone on them, and even had their windows.
It's fucking amazing.
Strange as the contestant always answered the door, always had a microphone on them, and even had their windows blacked out as if they didn't want cameras seeing inside. Well, it turns out Brooke up at my house to tell me I'd been chosen, not a surprise. What was a surprise was when the producers made me react and then react again to Exhibit, showing up, finally coercing me into doing a
really trying to push Exhibit over the do a cartwheel. If you can,
the show didn't
wondering
have
if these people even got paid. If you can,
the show didn't
wondering
have
if these people even got paid.
The dialogue in This had been commented.
This is on Reddit?
They told me I was in the running for my own episode, but it was between me and 2 other people. When I was sitting in the house waiting for a knock at the door, they said that it was either going to be Exhibit or a producer telling me season 4, episode 2.
She was one of 3 contestants. One of them would be chosen. Someone came and knocked at the door. If it was Exhibit, they won.
Each contestant was at least somewhat aware that they'd be getting a knock. Terrified, these houses were oftentimes not the contestants' homes. Instead, each dwelling had been rented by MTV. For example, when Jake from season 3 was asked, did the film crew show up? And similarly, Seth from season 5 stated, the house was rented from Craigslist because I lived in an apartment, and they need a house with a big open driveway for filming, which is certainly reasonable, although streets of Compton.
In Compton, ain't no street lights in Compton.
However, judging from a quick look at Google Maps, it seems the episode was filmed in a much nicer neighborhood. So if Eric's story was inconsistent and Brooke's story from earlier was downright fabricated, then who else's stories were exaggerated for the sake of the show? Well, it seems pretty much all of them. In season 3, Jake's Buick had been bought from his grandma who smoked, and as a result the show threw an extra few dozen cigarette butts in the car to make her just look like a totally disgusting person. On top of this, the show interviewed Jake's girlfriend toward the start of the episode, yet MTV apparently questioned me having a girlfriend and suggested I dump her because it was better for my desperate dude with a shit car image. A producer later responded by stating, why would we want a kid to break up with his girlfriend? How would that have—
Listen, you know, grandma gave you this car. I know grandma smokes, so we're gonna Just throw a couple dozen fucking cigarettes in that hoe. You know? We're just gonna throw some shit in there and maybe some McDonald's. Leave it closed for a couple days so it smells like a rat died in there. And, you know, then we'll come back and we'll film, you know, why we want to pimp your ride. Because, obviously, you know, it just doesn't look so exciting if there isn't all this trash in here.
Have helped the show. So while Jake's claim about his girlfriend was somewhat questionable, the cigarette story was confirmed by Seth, who had a similar experience. I know I'm fat, but they went the extra mile to make me look extra fat by telling the world that I kept candy all over my seat and floor just in case I got hungry. However, it seems the fakest story was Justin's in season 6. His front bumper had supposedly fallen off in a car crash.
Here is the result of a 3-car pop.
Yo, who hasn't had a car like that where the front bumper is just like limping off one side a little bit? Oh man, I fucking hated that shit. I would just get looks from everybody like, yeah, you can't even fucking zip tie that shit back in there. No, I don't care.
Although according to a 2010 tweet, my friend Justin was on Pimp My Ride. On TV, he said his RAV4 was involved in a 3-car crash. No, it wasn't. Dude beat his car up with a bat. The same user then clarified, what he told me was that MTV suggested to him that he and his friend should do more damage to the car, which was confirmed by Justin himself, who'd add, yes, they removed my front bumper, used aircraft remover, and enhanced the dent on the side of my car.
They had to actively make the cars worse. Okay, so the worst part of that is that I found out that they wouldn't even do anything with some of these cars, but these people still own them. So this is like if I went downstairs and, okay, my bumper's not good enough. It's already hanging off the side of the fucking car, but it's not good off. We're just going to rip this shit off entirely and look like I ran over like a fucking tree or some shit. Like, what the hell? Like,
whilst introducing the episode, Justin stated,
one of my crazy ex-girlfriends actually threw nail polish on my hood.
Although when he was asked why are all your ex-girlfriends so angry, Justin revealed it was just something I made up. While
your ex-girlfriend didn't throw no nail polish on that bitch. They ain't wasting no fucking nail polish on your car, bro. Who the fuck? Now that, I gotta say, I was like at least 10 years old when I was watching this show, so I would have bought it, because I'm 10. But as a grown man, I know how much these bitches to go get their fucking nails done and how much that costs. They're not gonna fucking throw no fucking nail polish on your car, bro. They'll chalk that shit out, maybe a lipstick, maybe they'll go buy spray paint and spray your shit and break your windows before they throw their fucking nail polish on that car, bro.
Erin from season 4 was also encouraged to make her car look bad.
They asked to leave trash in the car. We went to In-N-Out, and so they told me to leave it in the cup holder, so I did.
It seems the only real part of the show's intro was Exhibit's improvised dialogue.
Because it wasn't scripted. I could say whatever I want to say.
And when Exhibit...
Damn, bro, look at the bros chain, dog. Yo, I fuck with this t-shirt too with the fucking George Washington, dude.
Was Exhibit's improvised dialogue.
Because it wasn't...
Nah, but look at this chain, dog. And Exhibit looked crazy older. I don't know when this is from the Breakfast Club, but damn, bro, like, that chain crazy, dog.
Scripted. I could say whatever I want to say.
And when Exhibit drove the car to the shop...
Exhibit did actually take the car...
He would fucking have to drive these hoes? I would be pissed if I was Exhibit.
Person drive them.
This fucking car smells like piss. And cigarettes. I don't want to fucking drive in your shitmobile.
Way, with the exception of a few that
were
just broken down, and then they made it look like he did.
Although this segment created even more problems. Most people believe that PMR takes the car and gives it back in like a week or something. That's what I thought was going to happen too, but in actuality they took my car for roughly 7 months, being a massive inconvenience for...
Yo, thank you for following, thank you, dog. Yo, they stole that shit. They stole their fucking guy's car, dog. They stole the shitmobile.
Some of the show's contestants.
And they make it look like they're moving really, really fast, but in reality, they weren't.
When asked for the 5 months they had your car, did they supply you with a replacement car, Justin from season 6 replied, no, they gave me $2,000 to rent a car. But I was 19 at the time. I rented a car for a month and it cost me $1,000, forcing Justin to find his own transport for the remaining 4 months. Seth from season 5 had a similar experience, being forced to go to a really small shady company off the freeway by LAX because they were the only ones willing to rent to me because of my age. It sucked having that rental car because they wouldn't take payments over the phone, so once a month I had to drive all the way from West Covina to LAX just for them to swipe my card. Although the rental situation was better for other contestants.
They had my car for about 6 months, and that time I had the rental car for 6
Why does this lady have a snake?
months as well.
And then, I mean, is she obsessed with snakes? Because her car looks like it's coming out of fucking Jurassic Park, bro.
With Jake from season 3 adding, they gave me a really nice Mitsubishi Lancer to drive for the time they had the Buick. In the meantime, the crew began to plan how the rides were going to be pimped, although according to a former production staffer, this was also somewhat staged. The boardroom scenes with the WCC crew took a long time to shoot. They often had to be fed line by line. Some of those guys never really got used to being on TV. Some of the lines in the shop probably seem rehearsed because producers would come up with them and feed them to the WCC guys, although excluding this, the mechanics were fairly innocent. The segment where they'd pimp the car was
I remember this guy. Dude,
shop,
I remember this dude right here.
Some of those guys
with
never
the
really got
spiky
used
hair.
to being on TV. Some of the lines in the shop probably seem rehearsed because producers would come up with them and feed them to the WCC guys, although excluding
Hold on, I don't remember his name, but this guy was easily these two right here, easily the best fucking characters in the show. Like, and you know, this guy makes me, I wonder if Pawn Stars was fake. Was Pawn Stars fake? I'm like, just finding out about Pimp My Ride being fake just makes me question what other shows did I watch that were actually fake as fuck, and I was oblivious to it.
Including this, the mechanics were fairly innocent. The segment where they'd pimp the car was almost impossible to fake.
They really did put shit in the vehicles and change everything out.
But when contestants were shown what their new car looked like, Pimp My Ride employed even more staging. Finally came the day for the big reveal. They filmed my reaction to the car at least 10 times before I'd even seen it. And when I did, holy hell, poor Betsy looked like Barbie's dream car from hell. It was pimped to the nines and hideous. This had been written by Brooke, who gave a much different reaction during her episode.
Beautiful, perfect color, exactly the color I want.
While every other contestant also filmed their reveal multiple different times.
Okay, this is the snake lady.
We had to take.
I don't know why they dimmed out that scene, but what the fuck is that? What's up, Sri Lanky? Welcome. You were just reacting to the fact that my childhood was a fucking lie. Yo. Look how all of them are like, voila! Yeah. That's what I wanted, guys. You took my car for 8 fucking months. And now it looks like I'm driving around in some off-brand Jurassic Park fucking cinema.
Also filmed their reveal multiple different times.
We had to take a lot of takes over and over.
Look at this fucking car, they just keep talking in front of this fucking...
over and over and over and over and over again.
Justin stated they had to keep retaking my reaction. Seth stated I even had to do the reveal of the car like 3 times. However,
They had made Seth do a fucking cartwheel too. If you didn't catch it, Seth is at least 250 pounds.
Jake's reaction anecdote was the strangest of them all. His first real reaction to the car was just quiet amazement where he said this is good. They immediately yelled redo and then things got a bit weirder. I remember this very clearly. Big Dane, very big dude, he like puts his arm around my shoulder, kinda walks me around the shop for like 10 minutes and he's like, listen, we put a lot of work into this. We expect you to be a little more enthusiastic, although it would have been hard to conjure enthusiasm for a car that barely worked. As Jake would later write, the problem with the show is they don't fix any of the mechanical issues, and my car was a piece of shit. What they did was make my piece of shit sound exceptionally awesome, which is great, just not great enough to drive on roads. The HuffPost article expanded on this by stating, the car needed a muffler, and so a fake exhaust pipe was installed to make it seem as if that's what the car was supposed to sound like, even though it was just a lack of a muffler, while Exhibit brought up a much more dangerous incident.
There was an instance where one of the cars wasn't fixed correctly, and long story short, this kid was driving this vehicle that was supposed to be like damn near brand new, and the steering wheel came off when he was driving it.
It's therefore no surprise that the production...
Holy shit, dude. They didn't even put the steering wheel lock correctly? They just they just plopped that shit on there? Wait. Oh, fuck! Like...
I can say that the cars often weren't fully ready when we shot the reveal.
Yo.
Some had to stay in the shop another week or so to get finished before the kids got them back, especially if they had mechanical issues, and it was Seth and his candy bars who seemed to fit this category.
Nobody has a fucking backseat full of fucking candy like that. That was for me at 10 years old. That was for me, right there. That was the scene they did for me.
It was Seth and his candy bar.
Seth was the best episode for me because you know what? I fuck with Seth. I fuck with some Skittles. I fuck with some Airheads and some bottle caps and some Crunch bars, and I don't know what else is on that seat. But this motherfucker looked like he just got done trick-or-treating. Alright? And that right there, that speaks to a 10-year-old.
Who seemed to fit this category. Pimp My Ride doubled down on his supposedly crappy diet by installing a cotton candy machine in the boot of the car, which didn't even work as the cotton candy machine didn't have...
No fucking way they put a cotton candy machine in the goddamn wheel well for the fucking spare tire.
Have a protective hood that fit. So if I tried turning it on, it would get candy strands everywhere. Very messy, so I never used it again after the shoot.
I pull up to the kid's birthday party, I pop the trunk, and I start serving up the cotton candy, baby! Oh my god.
Seth also never used the LED lights installed in the seats as they would get really hot if left on, while he also had to remove the gull-wing doors because the pistons used to lift them kept them from putting seatbelts in the back, which was highly dangerous.
The lights count as seat warmers too.
To add a cherry on top of the cake, he had to fork out a further $1,700 for a brand new engine, then adding, after that I drove it for a month before someone hit me and totaled it. However, the end to Justin's RAV4 was even more brutal. After 5 years of taking his pimped out ride to car shows, Justin's RAV4 caught on fire whilst driving as a result of faulty wires. It was later confirmed that this had nothing to do with the show, and at least Justin's car was the same one he first sent in, as when Tavrish uploaded a video titled I Bought an Abandoned Pimp My Ride minivan, he'd make a shocking discovery. The show originally introduced the minivan as a 1998 Plymouth Grand Voyager, however Tavrish discovered the car was now a 1999 Dodge Caravan, showing that after they wrecked the original minivan, the show sneakily pimped a completely different car. As a result, Exhibit has been the brunt of most of the show's backlash.
I was the face of the show, you know what I'm saying? So people associate me with what happened to the car.
Which feels pretty unfair given every contestant has said he's an awesome guy. In fact, Exhibit only did Pimp My Ride for the following reason.
I actually did Pimp My Ride because I thought they was gonna play my music videos.
However,
Oh my god, that just hit me in the heart, dog. Yo, shout out to Exhibit, bro. At least he was a genuine dude. Like, he was chill, people liked him, he was just the main character of the show, like Joe Rogan was for X Factor, bro. Like, this is just one of these things. I'm just like, damn, bro, like, you did it so they could play your music videos, and they probably never fucking played your music videos, bro. I've never once seen an Exhibit music video, dog. That's fucked up, bro.
Instead seemed to have the opposite effect.
The show was taking away my credibility of what I've already done. It was taking so much time I wasn't able to tour.
I'm gonna tell you, dog, that chain gave you a lot of credibility.
I wasn't able to record albums.
Oh, damn, I definitely didn't know.
I was there filming.
Which is even more depressing given he was barely paid for it.
But at that particular time, you wasn't really happy with the pay though. Nah.
Yo, and they probably made tons of money off of that fucking show, dog. That show was crazy. That was a mega viral show, D.
And as a result, it's no surprise that Pimp My Ride is unlikely to make a comeback.
When are we gonna get a pimp?
Nah, that ain't coming back. That ain't coming back. Yo, that's what I have for today. Yo, Wordy, thank you for chilling out, joining me, following me. That's cool, dog. If you like the show, subscribe on YouTube, X, or Twitter, whatever the fuck people call it these days, Facebook. You know I'm out here. All right, G.